Did you ever export a picture out of PixInsight into Photoshop, Lightroom, or Luminar Neo just to get the colors right? If yes, a little script can from now on save you this round trip. And that's what we will look at today. Hey, this is View into Space. I'm Sascha from Switzerland. So great to meet you, and thanks for watching my channel. So here we are in Luminar Neo. And one of my favorite tools in Luminar Neo is color, and then down here, this color mapper. And you find exactly the same thing in Lightroom and also in Photoshop. And also there, by a lot of users, it's described as the most useful thing. So what does it do? You have actually here all the colors, red, orange, yellow, green, cyan, blue, and so on. And then you can choose saturation, hue, or luminance. So for example, like on saturation, now if I look here at the Dumble Nebula, I definitely want that the blue is popping a little bit more. So I go on blue, and I move it up, and it pops like crazy. And I do that now a little bit on the extreme side just to show you the effect. I could also do that with the red, and you see how the red actually happens to be much stronger. And I can do the same also with luminance. So for example, blue again, I'll move it up and it starts to really shine. This is something I always do in my post-processing step after I finished with PixInsight, just not as extreme as here. But you need to have one of these rather expensive solutions like Luminar Neo or Photoshop, and you paid already enough for PixInsight, right? And here comes this guy in, Patrick Cosgrove. He actually first created a web tool, Astro Color Mixer, who does exactly that, what we have seen before, but actually here on the web. Now you could say at least here it's for free, so you do not have to pay for Luminar Neo or Photoshop or so on to do the same thing. But Patrick went one step further and created now a script where you can do exactly that in PixInsight. So here we are in PixInsight. The repository for the script you find in the description below. And as always, you simply go on Resources, Updates, Manage Repositories. You click on Add, you paste the URL in here, say OK. Then you go again on Resources, Updates, check for updates, and then you will actually find it. You will say yes, exit PixInsight, enter it again, and the script will be there. So we want to try it today with the Whirlpool Galaxy. So I go on Script, Cosgrove's Cosmos, and here it is, Astro Color Mixer. And I mean, already the script looks so cool. And it's actually up to date. It really works with the new PixInsight version. It even works here on my Apple Silicon Mac, so fully up to date. So here we can do exactly the same now again. Here we have hue, here we have saturation, here we have luminance. So the first thing I want to actually emphasize on the nebulosity a little bit here. So what I can actually do, I can zoom in a little bit, zoom in ×2, that's perfect. Now I can actually click on one of these nebulas, and what you see immediately here, it marks magenta. So I know magenta is actually responsible for this here. So if I now actually increase the saturation, it actually increases now all these nebulosities. If I want to look at it, I simply have to click here and hold in the screen, and I let it go. It's actually subtle, but I see that something's happening. Now also the core here, I would actually like it to have a little bit more orange, I think. Yes, orange, you see. It appears. I increase also here the saturation, and also here it is subtle, but it's happening. If this is all too subtle for me, I can actually go here on sensitivity, and instead of normal, I go on advanced. And if I now increase again the orange and the magenta, I get even more ump. And I think here you see it now very well. If I click here, that's really lighting up. So again, this is all rather subtle. I don't even know on YouTube how well you see that, but that's exactly the good part because Patrick has actually done this for astrophotography. And that's the big advantage compared to the other solutions, which are generic and usually deliver way too much of this saturation. Now I could also go into luminance. For example, again, I want to have the orange really shine. I go up here. That's now too much, definitely too much, but a little tiny bit might be okay. So I think that's the other part. You still have to be careful what you're doing, but given you can always compare it instantly, makes this really, really easy. And what we also could say now is that this orange, you have seen it gave some spots here. It's probably too narrow. We have to open it up, that it actually is more natural. And we can do that here actually. You see I select orange, also here the orange band is selected. And now I can say the U radius. So I increase that, and you see actually below here in the graphic how you nicely see that, how it actually opens it up. I can also soften the whole thing a little bit, feather it a little bit, or actually open it up even more. So I have a lot of possibilities. And I think that also helped here a little bit to make that better. Now, once you're happy how it looks like, you can actually either create a new image when I click here, and then that simply creates in the background a new picture, and we will see that when I exit, or you can apply it to target and then it overwrites it. So you have both possibilities. And so when we're actually exiting here, we have now here the colorized version, and here we have the original. If I put them over each other, you can nicely see how there's now much more color in this region, and also the whole galaxy actually shines much more subtle, but in a very nice way. And that without leaving PixInsight. So a huge thank you to Patrick for creating this script. I think that's extremely helpful. So we have now one of the main reasons to have to do post-processing out of PixInsight. Actually eliminate it, and we can do it right in here. And if you want to know the secret of the Whirlpool Galaxy, which is really mind-blowing, then have a look at this video here and learn the amazing stories of 6 galaxies and how to best photograph them. See you next time, and clear skies.